Hi guys, today I'm going to give my perspective on what Ed should have done on 90 Day Fiancé. So if you don't know me, my name is Loveridge and I'm a relationship expert. It's something that I coach people on and mentor people on, and this is my view on what Ed should have done on 90 Day Fiancé. So first of all, I want to talk about basically before Ed even came to meet Rose, alright? So he lied to her about his height, and he lied to her about the fact that he wants a vasectomy and he doesn't want children. So from a relationship expert perspective, this is something that should never have happened. Obviously, he should have told her the truth. But you see, what Ed was probably going through was the scarcity mindset. And basically what this is just the fear of losing Rose because he fears that he won't be able to find anyone else. So he went through, kind of all means necessary to be able to keep her. So he lied about the fact that he was a bit short, and he didn't mention the fact that he wanted a vasectomy, okay? So if I was personally mentoring and coaching Ed, the first thing that we would have gone through was him learning to respect himself, him learning to love himself, okay? Because you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. And I feel like because he lied about his height, then obviously it's something he's very self-conscious of. And to be honest, if you are a certain way, you have to own it, okay? So firstly, let me tell you about me, right? I'm a lesbian. I don't wear makeup that much. I wear glasses. I've got a mole on my face. I'm quite short as well. I'm 5'2". I accept that this is who I am. I always come across as people can either take me or leave me. The people that love you and want to be around you will be around you and will love you. And you have to have this respect for yourself, okay? You have to own who you are, because people aren't going to forget who you are. In fact, there's a really good quote by Tyrion Lannister on Game of Thrones, and it goes like this: "Never forget what you are, the rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you." So basically, this is what self-acceptance is. And sometimes, you can laugh about yourself. You can laugh about the fact that you're a little bit short or something like that. You gotta take it in your stride and use self-deprecating humor, because if you already do that and you know that you're short and you know that you have these deformities or whatever's wrong with you, you can make jokes about it and it disarms people. You can say it back to them, saying yeah, I know I'm short. So yeah, I know I wear glasses. I know I've got a mole on my face. I know these things. And then you can laugh about it, and if you do that, then it disarms the other people from hurting you. So those would have been the things that I would have gone through with Ed before I even met Rose. You need to be honest with her and with yourself. Don't try and be something that you're not. And there's plenty of women out there, even for people who look like you, because obviously you have problems with the way you look. But to be fair, you're not the ugliest guy in the world. It's okay. There are going to be other women out there that are going to find you attractive. But because you have this scarcity mindset, you feel like you have to lie. And you shouldn't lie. It's not good. Okay, it's always going to come back to bite you in the butt, which it did at the end of this program. But anyway, so Ed goes to the Philippines, he meets up with Rose, and then a series of really stupid things happen. So the next thing I want to go into is the STD controversy that happened between them. So Ed wants Rose to get an STD test, which is, okay, fair enough. This is something that everyone should do when they have a new sexual partner. Both people should get an STD test. The way that Ed could have done this, he could have done it much more tactfully. Now, first of all, I know this program's probably a little bit staged, but first of all, he shouldn't have talked to her about it while the cameras were rolling. He should have done this in private with her. And the best way that he could have done this was to say, look, and before they have any sort of intercourse, okay, as well, okay? So you go up to your partner, your new sexual partner that you're going to have, and before you have any intercourse, you should have a conversation with them, and you should say, look, I think before we have any sort of intercourse or get intimate, I think that both of us should take an STD test, okay, just to make sure that we're both clear. Or, alternatively, he could have just put on a love glove, if you can't help yourself. Calling her out on it and asking her to do it on national TV, not a good thing, not a good way to go. I can't believe she even stayed and hanged out with you after this for the rest of the show. It's just so ridiculous to me. You need to be tactful when it comes to these certain situations, because it's very sensitive. So obviously Rose is really, really upset by this, and of course she is. Anyone would be upset with someone just calling them out and saying, I really want you to take an STD test because I don't trust you. Not a good way to go. It's not going to make her love you more if you say stuff like this, especially on TV, dude. I'll also just quickly go into like the whole situation about the leg shaving and stuff. Why does it matter? I mean, okay, yeah, it's nice to have a girlfriend that has smooth legs, but she's not gonna have smooth legs all the time, okay? And kind of making her do it is kind of a bit, it makes you look like a bit of a tool. If you love her and you respect her and you think she's gorgeous, that shouldn't be too much of an issue for you, alright? Dictating a way that a woman should look, you know, during this first stages is not a good way to go. So then obviously there's like the whole huge thing surrounding why Ed doesn't really trust Rose, which is because it seems like her sister may have asked Ed for money. So yeah, I can understand why Ed would be a little bit suspicious of that. But this is something that he should have actually brought up like pretty much straight away. He should have said like, you know, obviously off camera as well, taking her to the side and be like, hey, did you know that your sister's been asking me for money? Do you know about this? Should have been something that was discussed straight away. Or even before you even came to the Philippines, because I think, if I'm correct, this happened before he even came to the Philippines. So the next thing that I want to discuss is the whole, like the ulcer situation, where Ed thought that Rose just had really, really smelly breath, and he embarrassed her again by giving her toothpaste and mouthwash and a toothbrush. You know, I don't know, okay. So first of all, first mistake is he did it on national TV. Again, I don't know if this was staged, it probably was because it's TV, but it's so embarrassing. If you really like this girl and if you did intend for her to be your actual fiance, you shouldn't be doing this embarrassing stuff on TV. You have to do to other people what you would want to be done to yourself. So if she came up to you and did the same thing, you'd probably be really embarrassed and really upset as well. So I don't know why, I don't know, whatever. But in Ed's defense, I feel like Rose should probably have said something about her ulcer, just because for me personally, what I would have done is I would have, you know, said to Ed, just so you know, my breath is a bit smelly, but it's only because I've got an ulcer right now. I just thought I'd let you know that before we kiss or we get close to each other. You know, there's a way to, you know, sort of say that. But I guess, so in Rose's defense, she was probably just feeling, you know, a bit embarrassed about it. And she's probably already been embarrassed enough, to be fair. But when it comes to Ed, he definitely should have done this much more tactfully. First, again, he shouldn't have done it while the cameras were rolling. Secondly, he should have done it in a way that wasn't calling her out on it, basically. So what I mean by this is, if it was me, if I noticed that, you know, my partner, for whatever reason, had a really smelly breath, I would call myself out first. So basically what I mean by this is I would probably say something like, oh, I'm sorry if my breath really smells right now. Okay, so then it opens up the topic of discussion of bad breath. So the next major thing that happens is Ed finally tells Rose that he wants a vasectomy and that he doesn't want to have children. And Rose says that this is her dream, this is what she wants in life. So of course, this is the final nail in the coffin and everything dissipates. Rose leaves Ed. So if Ed had just been honest from the start, it would have prevented from all of this from happening. And perhaps maybe she would have taken him, even though he was shorter and didn't want to have children. However, it is unlikely though, because obviously Rose was saying that this is her dream. But Ed he should have been honest from her from the start. He basically just wasted this poor girl's time because he really liked her. He didn't want to lose her. He was scared of losing her. And so he just kept on doing all these stupid things that just made things so much worse. What this guy really, really needs right now is he needs to learn how to love himself. And Ed, if you're watching, please get in contact with me so I can help you. Because you need so much help with your personal development, with your self-esteem, because you're never ever going to find love if you keep on doing these stupid little things. You need to start owning who you are, becoming comfortable with yourself, and stop being fearful of women leaving you because of how you look, because of the way that you want to live your life. You have to own who you are, and you have to give everybody, no matter who it is, women that you like, friends, business people, you know, you have to say to them, take it or leave it. You know, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I want. And if you was messaging Rose at the beginning, you know, before you went over to the Philippines, what you should have said to her was, I don't want to have children, And obviously you should have said about your height as well, that you're however height you are, you what, 5 foot or something. You know, you have to say that, you know, and then you have to wait until what she says. So she may say, oh, that's a shame, I really, really want to have kids. And then the best thing that you could have replied to that was, let me know if you change your mind. If you want to be with me, let me know. Okay, that's all you had to do. And perhaps if you had done that, she would have came to you. She would have said, hey, you know what, actually, yeah, fine, we can meet up, we can be together. You don't lie to someone, okay? That's essentially what messed things up for you, okay? And I feel like it has a lot to do with your self-esteem. And that's what you should have done. If you like this video, please like. If you have any other opinions on what you think Ed should have done differently, then leave them in the comments below. And I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.